What is going on, everybody? It is the Full Throttle Hog. We are back in San Diego, and I'm excited to have you guys here. We're going to have a little live stream tonight, catch you all up on our experiences at Sturgis. Hopefully, maybe we ran into some of you guys out at Sturgis, and it's going to be a little bit different because tonight it's just going to be laid back. I'm going to try to hit every comment that's playing over in that side chat and hopefully answer some of the questions that maybe we didn't get to. And so a couple things I need to clear up. So I did get a few DMs, a few comments on some of the live streams when we were riding around Sturgis, and you guys can let me know what you thought of that. That's going to be kind of a new thing that we do on this channel a lot because it was pretty well received. And I just want to first thank everybody. We've had a great couple weeks, and your guys' support has been absolutely awesome. But when we're out there doing the live streams on the bike, and my guest is going to be able to contest to this as well, the opportunity to see your comment and answer your comment is minimal. Then you throw riding a motorcycle on top of that, I might have a second and a half to get to you. There was some people that I missed their comments, them saying hello, and I just want to apologize for that. So hopefully we can answer all the questions we didn't get to there. That's number one. Number two, let me address the wife for a second. A lot of DMs, a lot of comments that I saw on the live streams about why do I refer to my wife as the wife? Here's the deal, folks. It's not derogatory. Her channel name is legitimately the wife, and that's what she prefers. And so it's kind of like this ongoing, I don't want to even call it a joke. Like, I refer to her as the wife because that's what she created, and that's what she likes to be called. So neither here nor there. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff when it comes to Sturgis, everything, and answering all of your questions. So if you're over in that side chat, please ask as many questions you possibly can. We will try to answer every single one of them because I feel extremely bad that I didn't get to them before. So without further ado, let me bring in my guest, someone who I have an incredible amount of respect for, a channel that I follow, and just somebody that as soon as we met, I truly felt like we'd known each other for years. So let's bring in the one and only DeBeard from Baggers and Brews. What is up, sir? How are you?
What's going on? I'm doing good, man. How are you?
Good, good, good. What are we drinking tonight?
Oh, I got a milkshake IPA from a local brewery out here.
Okay. Well, as some may or may not know, we pretty much had got together out there in Sturgis, and we also participated in some beer drinking. So tonight, actually, when we were over at One Eyed Jack's, we had some big waves. So actually, hang on, check this out. I've got a bucket of big waves. So I had no idea what's going to happen when I get to the end of this bucket and where this conversation is going to go, but it should be pretty fun.
That's good.
So, hey, Blacktop Devil, let me talk to Blacktop Devil for just a second and just say I'm as awesome as Sturgis was. The wife and I were incredibly disappointed. I really wanted to meet up with you guys, and we have to find a way to make that happen. Actually, DeBeard and I were talking that night at Buffalo Chip on how we can try to get together with you guys, but so bummed that we didn't get a chance. But thank you guys for joining us. Can't wait to meet you guys in the future. You guys seem like a ton of fun. So let's see here. So pretty much going into it, let's just start off about kind of having you walk us through how you got to Sturgis this year.
Okay. Well, most people already know the story, but I'll go through it again. So most of you have heard of the Professional Monkey, another YouTuber who's killing it. Guy just started this year and he's just blowing up. It's awesome, but a good dude. We had him on a live stream a month or two ago. And of course, we were having drinks and yucking it up and talking. And Sturgis was the topic. And he just said, he was like, "Hey, listen, the wife is leaving on that Sunday, the 8th, because she had to get home for the daughter to go back to school." And if one of you guys from Baggers and Brews happened to fly in that same day, land sometime around lunchtime, I'd be there dropping her off. I could pick you up and you could crash and stay in my RV for however long that you want to come for. And I have a bike, her bike, which is a CVO Road Glide, and I ride a Road Glide. So that would be there not being used. So, at first I really didn't think much of it. It wasn't, in my head, it really wasn't an option at the time, just with everything I got going on. But as the next couple of days passed, I started thinking more about it. I thought it would really be a great opportunity for the channel. Obviously George couldn't, because he's gone right now for Hawaii, a trip to Hawaii, and Austin couldn't either. So, trying to figure out how I could squeeze it in, and just decided to do it, with permission from the Piney Princess. I went ahead and booked a ticket and made it happen, man. Flew in, and the first person I saw when I got to the airport there was Mrs. Monkey, who was like waiting at the same gate to get on her plane to go home. So that's when the fun started, man. It was a great time. I'm so glad that he gave me that opportunity and that I actually took him up on it, because it really was, not only was it a blast for myself, but it was an awesome opportunity for the channel, and the channel's been doing really well, since getting out there. So, everybody loves Sturgis content. It's probably the number one thing as far as, bikes and stuff goes for searching on the YouTube. So, yeah, it's doing, the video, the live streams and the stuff we put out about it so far are doing great, and I'm just so glad I got to get out there.
Absolutely. And let's go ahead and address that right now. Let's all in the side chat come in and wish congratulations to Baggers and Brews hitting 5,000 subs on YouTube and rapidly growing. So to you and all the boys, you guys are doing good work. And, man, that first day that you were there, meeting up at the Buffalo Chip was an experience for me, because we were staying in Sturgis. And to get a taxi, they don't have Ubers or anything like that going on in Sturgis, right? So you have to get a taxi. We thought we were planning ahead and ordering a taxi, and they estimated about an hour. And I said, okay, you know what? That's reasonable. However, 3 hours later, we are waiting. We finally get our taxi cab to go from Sturgis to the Buffalo Chip.
Wow.
And I would say it's about, with the gravel roads, about 20 minutes, right? It's reasonable. And then with traffic, it could be more. So we're there. It's the Kid Rock concert on Sunday night. And we buy our tickets, our wristband, right? That lets you stay for technically 24 hours.
Yeah.
It's about $100 per person. I get wristband for myself, wristband for my wife. I know that you and Professional Monkey are there. I know Blacktop Devil and Mrs. Blacktop Devil are there. And we approach the amphitheater area to go into the chip, and they say, you can't come in here with that camera. And don't get me wrong, like I didn't have any telephoto lenses or anything like that. I just had my Nikon Z6 Mark II and a GoPro. And they're like, yeah, you cannot come in here I just lost a light, with a camera. So I'm texting you, right? Because I'm like, hey, I might have a problem. Fortunate for me, the Buffalo Chip and the people that stayed there let us know about a secret little bridge that's never monitored. So we kind of snuck in and finally had a chance for us to meet you and Professional Monkey in person, which was phenomenal right away. Like I said, it seemed like we'd known each other for years, and we just had a great night. So that concert was insane. A lot of people. It was a good time. So what kind of riding did you get a chance to do while you were, I know when we were together what riding you did, but let's talk about your favorite experiences on the bike.
So Monday, which was really the first day we did real riding, we did Needles Highway, we did Iron Mountain Road and the Wildlife Loop, and went into Keystone, and then back. I think we went back. Well, then I went back to Sturgis. So that was the riding for Monday. Was those three? And obviously, I didn't get to do Needles last year. Needles is awesome. That was an experience because, like I said, we skipped out on it last year. So we did that day, and then obviously with you the next day we did Spearfish Canyon, which is my favorite. the favorite ride out there. Now, you took me out to Vinacker Canyon, which was pretty dope. That was an awesome road. And that was a lot like Spearfish, but with more elevation changes. That was also that might be my second favorite now. But that's what we did that day. And yeah, I'd say Spearfish is still my favorite, just because I like the style of that's just like really chill, 35 miles an hour, just taking in all the sights, man. It's so beautiful out there. If you guys haven't been, man, and you want to see some scenery, man, there's nothing like the Black Hills. It's amazing.
It's totally crazy. And I say this all the time. Like when you go through Spearfish Canyon, there is an aroma that is like none other. I think that I want to try to bottle that up and like sell it, because my lungs feel better. It's such a peaceful kind of ride. And, you know, the videos and the photos, it just doesn't do it justice.
It really doesn't.
So I see Austin is here. Okay. Congratulations, Austin, to you, George, Bert, 5K. That's awesome. You guys are killing it. Droop, I just want to, I know Droop's in the house. Droop, I have to stop and just say thank you so much for just being so active on the live streams, and just keeping everybody engaged. And I have to go back up to say M. Bonner, who really helped me out while being on that bike and just keeping people engaged with these comments, was unbelievable. Though, I mean, you just can't, I mean, it's hard to do it all by yourself and try to get everything engaged. So they were awesome. Yeah. So Blacktop Devil says the chip is big, makes it tough. That place. Okay. Let's talk about the chip for just a second. I'm not against the Buffalo chip. It was great to go there. Great to see a concert. It would be very tough to camp there. And I'll tell you, it's not all a bad thing. I honestly feel that if you are staying at a place like the Buffalo Chip that's that big, you almost don't want to leave, right? Because there's so much stuff there. You have Bikini Beach, which I hear is a hell of a good time, right? And, it's just so massive. I think that you could almost talk yourself out of riding if you stayed there.
Yeah.
So I don't know what your thoughts, because you stayed there. So tell me what you think.
There's a lot to do there when you think about all the concerts they have, and then they have their own vendors and stuff going on there. I couldn't stay there. There's a couple reasons. First of all, I didn't sleep. It is when they tell you it's loud and rocking and partying all night. There's no doubt. It was just noise all night. It's 3 a.m. Like, well, the concert where Pro Monkey's spot was like right behind that whole amphitheater, so you could hear that concert as if you were like over there at the concert, yourself, like till 2 a.m. Like they weren't finishing up till 1:30, 2 o'clock. And then, everybody was getting rowdy after that, rev bombing and trying to blow up their tires and everything. It's constant. And then there's like a little lull from like 4 to 5:30. And then there's more rev bombing at 6 a.m. It's crazy. I couldn't do it. I couldn't stay there for a week because I wouldn't sleep at all. And then just the dirt. If you like your bike, man, I don't know. When I got there and saw Pro Monkey and Mrs. Monkey's wife's bike, I was like, oh my God, this bike is trash. It's just caked in dirt and mud. And I'm like, I don't want to do that to my bike. So I can't see myself staying there. But it's a really cool venue. It's a cool place. And it's got everything. I mean, you really don't have to leave if you don't want to.
Right. Yeah. It is something. I mean, I get the reason. I mean, and that's also why I get, some people choose to ride to Sturgis and some people choose to trailer to Sturgis. Some people choose to fly to Sturgis. Shoot, I'm sure there's some people that choose to walk to Sturgis, but the whole point is just getting there. There's so much stuff to do. Mm-hmm. And, us hanging out with Professional Monkey, who is just absolutely awesome. If you guys aren't following Baggers and Brews and Professional Monkey, please go and do that. These are true people, and I'm sure the rest of your crew is probably the same as you are, because I mean, it was so welcoming. We talk so much online to see each other in person and just be able to hit it off. There was definitely some shenanigans and a lot of laughs. I can tell you that much.
Oh, definitely.
So,
doubt.
what else do we have? So we had a chance to catch up with Adam Sandoval while we were out there.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was my first time meeting him. That was really cool.
Yep. Obviously you get a chance to see how down to earth he is and just a good dude. I would say, let's say 95. Can we go 95% of everybody that you've met in the moto vlogging / motorcycle industry is pretty solid? Or are we going to go to like 90? What are we looking at here?
It's probably 95 so far from what I've met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're always going to have those exceptions to the rule. Hey, there's the wife. Calling her the wife. Says her channel right there. But yeah, I mean, it's just meeting all those people out there and just seeing how they really are outside of, their YouTube channel was awesome to see. And like I said, us getting together with Professional Monkey, man, memories that'll last a lifetime for sure.
He's a trip, man. He's a lot of laughs. He doesn't really have an off switch.
No, he does not. And he's just a very true, just stand-up guy. Like, he just says what he feels. He says what he means what he says. Mm-hmm. There was a small incident where I stopped at a red light. How dare I? Which caused us to kind of get separated. But then we went over and had some Sonic and had a chance to film some intros. So when you got back, how much footage did you really have? Like, total?
I got to be honest with you. I don't know, because I got home, saw the wife, went to sleep, and George came over the next morning and grabbed all the footage. So I don't know.
And let's talk about this.
I filled up 2 SD cards that were like 128 gigs, and then my talking head one was close. Well, it was probably half full, and that was another 128. So it was a lot.
Yeah, and let's talk about that. So George is actually trying to enjoy his vacation, but obviously trying to work hard on the channel as well. So here he is. I mean, I don't know what the flight time would be, but he had quite a long flight to be able to crack out some stuff. And let's just talk about you putting out kind of a first video, which was huge. Hey, don't laugh at it, because you knew you wanted to get some things off your mind on the channel, and I get it that it's not George's stuff, but congrats to you for putting together and just getting it out there. I think we all enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's gonna definitely be a learning curve. Now I feel like I'm like George. I'm not gonna be watching all the moto vloggers anymore, because I'm gonna be watching how-tos on Premiere Pro, because it's a lot, man. It's a lot, and I was trying to do it on my laptop is older and doesn't have the I guess memory or whatever to download all that Adobe stuff on. So I'm using my wife's tablet. That screen is too tiny for my old eyes, so I'm trying to freaking see everything on there. I don't know what I'm doing. That's why I tried to make the video, like the filming of it, as simple as I could, where I wouldn't have to really cut and get rid of a lot of stuff. It's just kind of just straight through, talking. All I had to do was kind of insert our intro into it, which it turned out all right. Like you said, it's had audio issues. It could be better, but figure it out.
No, absolutely. And the whole point is that you got one done, right? You got that first one out of the way. Mm-hmm. And, that is the hardest one that you can do.
Yeah.
So, but let's do that. Let me go back over here, because I know I'm missing some stuff. Let's check out everybody in the side chat. Make sure that if there's questions that we're trying to answer them, but we're going to try to go through everybody. I know I'm popping them up, but IA Hog Rider is in the house. Tom Comer, Blacktop Devil, Peter Pan on a Motorcycle is also really involved in the live stream. Sergio Rodriguez, thank you for joining us. He's out of Brazil, so awesome. Goose is in the house. Salty and Sprinkles, another great channel that we got to find a way to get together and meet up. We talked about Droop being here. Anonymous Biker USA, troublemaker, as they say. I love his angle, though. You gotta love his angle.
Yeah.
Obviously Austin, we talked about the wife. Silvana Bincaleto. I hope I probably butchered your name. I apologize right now. Dallas Face Mullet. Pretty sure that guy wins channel name right now.
He's a troublemaker too.
Yeah, I can bet.
Hey, I see a question. Ken Rupples asked if either of us sell merchandise. Baggers and Brews do. We have, if you go to baggersandbrews.com, that's our merch page. You can see all our stuff on there. We got shirts, we got pint glasses and stickers and there's all kinds of stuff on there. So check that out.
Yeah, I do not sell any merch. I'm just a little fish in a very, very big pond. So I'm still growing, and we'll see what happens down the road. I got free stickers though. That's about all I can pretty much provide. But yeah, that's all. Baggers and Brews. Actually, we saw some Baggers and Brews shirts out in Sturgis. People wearing them. So that's awesome.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It's cool.
Ty from Tennessee is here. Hello, Ty.
What's up, Ty? I got to meet Ty down in Virginia at the VAM meetup.
Oh, there's somebody I've got to definitely say hello to, the Piney Princess. Thank you for letting us borrow your husband for a little bit this evening.
Yeah, she had another question in there. She's got a shady angle too. Where'd it go? Do you plan to take your wife to Sturgis next year? She asked.
Me?
I think she's talking to me, but I'm not sure. She has to clarify.
Oh, okay.
I hope so. I'd love to go again.
We might both be in trouble depending on who she's talking to. But yeah, no. Yeah, no, the wife, I bet that was really hard. And I know that that he did talk about you, how much you love Sturgis and you want to be there as well. So you were not forgotten. But I think we even made a toast to the wife letting you come out there.
Yeah, we did.
Tom, let's see. Alexander, I just saw a question. I didn't go. I don't know. Did you go to the Full Throttle this year?
No, not this year. I didn't.
Yeah, so I went last year, which was a good time. Don't get me wrong, but this year we did not make it out to the Full Throttle, and we did the Buffalo Chip instead. So
yeah. I mean, true. He said he thinks the Piney Princess might be a little bitter. Yeah, well, her and I do everything together. So when I go off and do something on my own, she does get a little bitter, but should be all right.
Another YouTuber had mentioned that you had some issues at Buffalo Chip with the staff.
I didn't. Pro Monkey had a few little issues, nothing major, just people at the gate and their rules and their policies for getting in at certain times and stuff. I don't know all the details. You'd have to check out his next live when he gets back home and ask him. He can fill you in on the details. It wasn't anything major, but there was just some little irritating incidents that he had to deal with.
Yeah, I was like, man, was it me? Because I was like, what do you mean I can't come in with my camera? Like, that's ridiculous. Like, you mean to tell me that how many people do you think were at the Chip? I mean, at the concert, we have to at least say 250,000.
There's a lot of people.
So, but I mean, just all the campers and all the cars and the rigs and the motorcycles. You mean you checked everybody's saddlebags for a camera? I mean, I couldn't believe that.
That's weird. Then we saw people with bigger cameras than yours walking around in there.
Whoa, easy. It's not the size that counts, okay? Yeah. Let's just clarify that.
All right.
Oh, either of you. See, she's going to try to get us both in trouble. Yes, my wife will be going with me, as always. She loves to ride. She loves the rallies. And, if we can make it work, we always try to make it work. But I get, sometimes it just can't happen. Last year, she had to come back early. And we were just very fortunate and blessed to have her come out the whole time this year. A little bitter. There's that one. Sorry, I'm trying to get us all caught up here.
Yeah. Yep.
Matthias, thank you guys for the great videos. Thank you very much. Hey, we appreciate you following along with us. It was really, really kind of cool just to see. I would follow along with what's going on Main Street. We were 5 blocks from Main Street, but there goes Baggers and Brews live, and you get a chance to walk along and have him show you everything. And it was just a cool experience, really, just to see just to be there, knowing like, hey, in like an hour I'm gonna have a beer with you. But you know, it was a good time for sure.
It was a good time, and that live was crazy, man. That was so many new subscribers from that, you know, and it was hard to follow along. And like Full Throttle said, get to all the comments. The comments on the phone when you're going live are a little bit weird, and they don't stay up there, and then they kind of vanish, and so it's hard to keep up with that. But just a huge thank you to all the new subscribers that came from that, and all the comments. If I didn't get to your comments, I'm sorry. We usually try to, but holding that camera and finding stuff to show you and read those comments and not knock over somebody's bike was kind of difficult. So.
Oh, absolutely. And there was a lot of questions that came in that, you know, everybody's asking about problem areas and was it as rowdy? Me personally, it didn't really get rowdy at all. They expected it to, or not expected. They were prepared for it. Everybody kind of was thinking about it, but I never had any issues really. During the live stream, an incident happened on Main Street with some motorcycle clubs, but you know, other than that, I didn't really see any problems. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I didn't see anything. Nothing crazy. I didn't see any fights. I didn't see anybody getting arrested. It was pretty cool. Did you see somebody getting arrested?
No, Buffalo Chip. There was a fight that happened right above us on that.
That's true. There was a fight. I didn't see the outcome of that, but yeah, there was a fight up there.
But come on, out of all those people that were there, we saw one fight. And when I say one fight, I don't even think I saw anybody throw any punches. It was kind of just wrestling around.
As long as it took to get a drink at that bar, I'm surprised there weren't more fights.
It took. So that's another thing. I mean, you guys have to realize if you're going to go to Sturgis, this is in that area. Sturgis, the city of, has 6,000 people usually, right? So let's look at, you know, restaurants, whatever other jobs that they're working, and then you're going to bring in 700,000 plus people and expect that to be, you know, you just got to pack patience. You really do. But I agree with you. It got pretty. That
was tough. They should have had more bartenders at that bar. But.
Almost, and the wife always talks about it, like almost every restaurant, bar that we passed by had a help needed, help wanted, help now, something going on. So, you know, it's just, I'm sure it was hard for them and frustrating.
Yeah.
But yeah, you never know.
Saul asked, hey, what's up, Bronco Ride? Saul asked if there's any advice for my first time at Sturgis. Plan on attending next year. You got any advice for a first timer, Saul?
Well, so with that, let me find this question real quick. So why don't you start answering the question? I'll find it so I can pop it up.
So my advice would be, depending on how much time you have, like if you have a week, I would go out and get there before the rally starts, and get a couple days prior to the rally starting where you can do some of the rides and it'll be a little less crowded and won't be as, you know, the roads won't be as jammed up. Get some of those nice roads that we talked about out of the way. And then find some time to, once you hit the weekend and all the stuff's going on, find time to get down to, Main Street and in town or whatever, one of the bars you're going to go to and actually enjoy that experience as well. Last year when we went, it was our first time. We didn't do that. We didn't get downtown and enjoy the people watching and all that stuff, which is a good time. For me and my wife, I love people watching. We could just sit somewhere with a beer and just watch the people because it's crazy. And we didn't do a lot of that last year because we were just ride the whole rally. So I would say find time to do that. And we got there after the opening weekend on Sunday. I wouldn't suggest that. I'd say be there for that opening weekend because that's probably the biggest part of the rally because it'll start to dwindle after you get through the first weekend.
Yeah, no, I would 100%. I'll jump on board with that answer. 100%. You need to, if you can, at least come 2 days before the rally starts. And here's a couple reasons why. That's what we do. We get in on a Wednesday. The first ride we do on Thursday while we're there is the Iron Mountain, Custer, and Needles Highway, because come the weekend, once that rally starts, you're almost at a snail's pace. Now, that's not a fast ride to take anyway. I don't suggest it. I don't care what your experience level is. It does not matter what your experience level is. You have to think that there are people that literally buy their bikes the day before the rally and go out on Iron Mountain. So it's not necessarily that I'm knocking anybody's riding ability. It's just that is a very technical ride that you should take slow. Believe it or not, the wife actually did some research on why the Iron Mountain was created. The creator of Iron Mountain completed that before Mount Rushmore was done. And the reason that it's got those crazy corkscrew turns and pigtails is so that you have to slow down and enjoy the moment. So if that's what it's created for, that's what we should be doing. And especially on a motorcycle, like, take that in. There is no way that I would want to jam as fast as I could through Iron Mountain. I think that would be a waste. There's people that I know that actually did Beartooth Pass last year. We did Beartooth Pass in Montana last year, getting out to Sturgis. They did it as fast as they possibly could. I'm like, guys, you missed the point. The point is to actually enjoy that experience. And accidents, I saw guys on our last trip around Iron Mountain that went off the roadway. They didn't judge it correctly. You can tell that they probably were going a little too hot. Maybe a newer rider, but nonetheless, it's not necessarily you. Just slow down, take your time, and really enjoy that scenery. So if you get there early, you get to do that on a Thursday. And believe it or not, hitting that up around 2:00 in the afternoon, at 4:00, I love photography. So doing Iron Mountain and Needles at 4:00, we were the only bike out there, even after the rally, or when the rally started. It was just for at least, I would say, an eighth of a mile. There was nobody else on Iron Mountain. And it was fantastic. So, and that's another thing that we talked about. So suggestions back for first timers, plan on getting up early and staying up pretty late. Last year, I didn't really drink a whole lot and I didn't eat a whole lot, only because we were riding the entire time. And if you can get someplace close to downtown, if you're going to camp it, I will tell you, if you want some peace and quiet, Big Rig Campground was a great campground to stay at. If you want to get a little bit more rowdy, I will tell you that Buffalo Chip, I didn't get to Glencoe, but I heard Glencoe was crazy. So, but if you want to do that, get as close as you can down to Main Street. So that's kind of how you end your day. You get a chance to experience that a little bit, walk around. You have to do it during the day too. Wouldn't you agree? Like, you have to do it daytime and nighttime because it's kind of a different feel. Yeah,
definitely. Absolutely. You got to leave enough time to spend, different times downtown and just take that in because it is different.
And ultimately, don't rush it. Like, you're not going to be able to complete it all in one trip. Yeah. So take each day, kind of plan it out, and knowing that you're going to have to come back to experience other days is, don't try to rush it. Like, for example, this year, and I know you and I talked about it, right? So we didn't do Devil's Tower because we went to Devil's Tower. Once you've seen Devil's Tower, it's a big rock formation, right? Yeah. I also did not do Crazy Horse, as cool as it was to see last year. Like you had said, it's not like that's changing anytime soon. So it's not like there was an upgrade to that. Crazy Horse is going to take another 5 generations before it's completed. Yeah. So, and then we also didn't do the Badlands this year. However, we did look at possibly doing it because the wife missed it last year. But that's a route. That's going to take you a full day.
Yeah.
To get out there. It's cool, but yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of ice. Baggers and Brews has a lot of stuff on their page on Sturgis and things that you should think about. We have some stuff on our pages too. But hopefully those types of tips will help you out. Is there anything else you want to add to first timers?
No. Those are the important things. You're not, like you said, you're not going to hit everything unless you're like Pro Monkey this year, where he was out there for darn near 2 weeks. You're not going to be able to do everything. So don't try. Just pick some of the ones you really want to do and save the other stuff for the next time. Yeah, we have stuff on it, and I will probably do some more videos. Now that I have two trips out there under my belt, maybe I'm now qualified to have opinions on Sturgis, because I was told by one person on our video that you might want to go more than one time before you're giving out expert advice on Sturgis. That was one of my nasty comments I got.
So can I would probably, I'm going to jump on your side here, because somebody who's been to Sturgis for 30 years has got a bit of information, right? We can all agree that they've been there 30, 40, 50 years. Yeah, they got some information. However, we can agree that times change, right?
Yeah.
And if you just went and you come back, you probably have the most fresh, best information for somebody going for the first time, because the person that's been there 30, 40, 50 years, they've got a lot of good info, but they probably can't remember or relate the first time and educate other people on that first time, in my opinion. So I wouldn't let that be negative, man. I would listen to somebody who just went, because it's fresh in their brain. They have nothing to compare it to. Right. So, and Bonner, thank you very much. I'm going to try to catch us up. Ozarks HC Riders, had a chance to meet up with him out there in at the Exit 55 rally. Him and Sinister Clutch, great dudes. Like I said, just being able to talk to everybody for so long and then meet them in person, it's neat. So cool.
It is neat. I also got to meet up, and I think you met him too, El Buffalo.
Yeah, I did meet El Buffalo.
Yeah, cool dude, man. Really chill dude. Quiet guy, but he's a nice guy.
Yeah. Jerry Turner. Actually, Jerry had a really good story. Hopefully Jerry doesn't mind that I share this, but he was born during the first rally, right?
Oh, wow.
And he's got a really, really cool story about it, Jerry. I don't know if you want to type more information. I don't want to divulge anything you don't want me to share on this live stream, but really enjoyed reading that comment. And good at you, brother. You ride safe. And Bonner, thank you so much. Oh, when I have DeBeard kind of talk for a minute and I take a restroom break.
Yeah, sure.
I got some. No, not right now. I'm going to let you beat me to that. There's no way I'm going to. I'm already 3 deep though. I don't know. You seem to be babysitting a little bit. I'm wondering where this stream's going to go. I think it could get a little spicy.
I'm going to have to go get more beer.
Not a problem.
I'm still good.
So Goose wants to know what happened with the HA. So what I understand, and I had a lot of people commenting on that, like, hey, just walk through the barrier. Let me tell you what I'm not going to do, guys, is interrupt first responders doing what they need to do. I don't need to be that nosy. If something happened where it was right in front of us, our camera was there, but there's no point in, kind of pushing that limit. But what I understand is that at the end of the day, I think it was just a citation. I believe I didn't.
What was this? What was the story? I missed this.
So while I was out on the live stream on the bike, all of a sudden cops are flying everywhere. They're running, cop cars, guys are running on foot. Everybody abandoned their posts, and I'm like, okay, something's going on.
Okay.
And it was on Junction in Maine, just east of Junction Avenue, and there was just a whole bunch of club members there that, everybody's kind of the speculations. People were like, oh, accidental shooting. But as most people were saying, there wasn't any ambulance or paramedics on scene. So we knew that nobody got hurt. But we were there just in case something happened, right? We were live. It was going on. But what I understand, it was just a citation. But the rumor mill was going, hey, I just saw on another channel that, Arnold Schwarzenegger's and, patch member of a club. Now, it was crazy. It was getting crazy. But I understand that it was just a citation. You have to realize they're thinking the worst, hoping for the best, and they're prepared for that. So, it was just one of those things that happened while we were live. It was kind of crazy. Ironically, the wife just walked down, met us during the live stream on Main Street. I'm riding by, and there she is with her helmet ready to go. And she just walked by there. And as I was heading eastbound on Main. Sure enough, they'd blocked off the roadway. Like you could not get through. So,
wow.
So DeBeard and I had a chance to get back and watch that flyover. What did you think of the B-1 bomber flyover, my man?
That was cool, man. I was really busy trying to make sure it was in the screen of the GoPro, so I didn't get to enjoy it as much as I would have liked to, but I just wanted to make sure I had it on film. But that was pretty cool. Those are cool. Those are cool planes.
When those things, like, I tried to explain it on the live stream, like when they pass by you, you don't feel the concussion of that until they are already passed.
Yeah.
And that goes down to your soul. Like a little bit more American, if that was even possible, went inside my body that day. Like it literally was one of those things where I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
It was cool. Intense. Ozarks saying hello. I know I'm like trying to get caught up on everything. Yeah, no, Goose. That's what I found out. If you guys have, I mean, it wasn't that big of a deal. I didn't see anybody go away in handcuffs necessarily. So I think it was all okay. They weren't going to take any chances, though. You have to think about who was there, and they just got to make sure that everybody was safe. And the first responders out there did a great job. I don't know if you had any bad run-ins, but they were really, really cooperative. I mean, they were fist pumping and doing everything, and they were just appreciative of us showing appreciation. It's got to be a tough gig.
Yeah, they
and
have issues.
You just can't thank them enough. I mean, I know that there was, I think, 2 fatalities this year out there, which is very, very sad. It happens every year, but their citation count was out. And when you and I talked about it last night, there were more law enforcement present on like the I-90 and than there ever has been than the previous year, the only other year I've been there. But almost every turnout, there was a cop car sitting there.
Yep. They were everywhere.
My entire family and I love your channel until Sturgis 22. Nice. Thank you very much, Marco. I appreciate you. Check out Baggers and Brews as well. Unless you were talking about Baggers and Brews, and then check out my channel.
Alexander wants to know how much money he should take to Sturgis.
Okay. Let's dude, I appreciate you co-hosting this because I'm trying to catch up, and you're like,
no
hey,
problem.
by the way, you're missing some questions here. Let me find this question real quick. Alexander, I don't know. You start off while I bring up his question.
Man, a lot just to be safe. I mean, it depends. A, how long you're going to be there. B, if you plan to eat out for every meal, because if you do, obviously you need even more. And it depends if you're a drinker, because obviously that adds up fast. So, I mean, there's a lot of depends what if, like your situation for you personally. But, I mean, nothing's cheap. And like you saw what we went, I told you I went and bought 3 beers at One-Eyed Jackson. It was $24. So,
and what kind of, they were probably top of the line.
And it was two Coors Lights and one of the ones you're drinking, the Wave, the big Wave. So yeah, it's not cheap. And not to mention, I mean, you're on vacation, so you really don't want to be like, worrying about spending money. You're going to buy shirts probably, especially if it's your first time. You're going to spend money on food, and that's not cheap. So last year when I went, what did I take with me last year? I think I took like $2,000 with me just for spending money.
Just for spending money, really?
Yeah.
I'm still trying to. So unfortunately, I apologize. We're going to get back through some of your guys' stuff because this thing kind of jumps down in comments. I thought I was all caught up, but I missed a whole bunch. So I appreciate you looking out. Who was it that was asking that question?
Alexander.
All right, hang on.
I had him up here.
There we go.
Alexander McKenzie. There it is.
Oh, okay, there it is. Okay, so I kind of know where we're at, guys. Okay, so if you keep adding comments, it's been a few months since I've done a live stream like this. So, so for me, as far as just booking your place, it depends if you're going to tent camp or if you're going to, bring a motor home or get an Airbnb. What I did this year is I booked the Airbnb early and then split up those payments 2 different times so that at least my lodging was taken care of. And then with that, I think I budgeted about $1,500 for booze, and this is for me and the wife, for food, booze, and just anything that I might get. I picked up that Zero 3D extra lights, man, which are phenomenal, by the way.
Yeah.
But it is one of those things where, I would say $1,500 if you're going to stay for the entire rally. If you're just going a couple days, look at you bringing out the Zero hat on cue. Boom. Yeah. So, it's I would say $1,500. I don't know, maybe somebody who's probably got more experience in that area would probably be like Blacktop Devil and Mrs. Blacktop Devil. If they want to chime in on the side chat, they probably have a better experience, or anybody else that's been to Sturgis a couple times, bring it up on the side chat because let's help each other out here. Oh, let's see here. Am I missing anybody? There you go. There's your answer.
Should cover it.
So,
I saw Bronco Ride said hi earlier. Bronco, I'm going to get to see Colin about a month down in Ocean City for Ocean City Bike Week. He's going to come and stay for the weekend and hang out with the Baggers and Brews crew. So I'm looking forward to that.
yeah, let's talk about some of the future events for Baggers and Brews right now. As far as you have Sturgis. Are you guys planning as a group to go back out to Sturgis next year?
We haven't talked about it. So I don't know. We have a bunch of different things on our bucket list and things that we'd like to do for the channel. So I don't know if we'll go as a group, but we have talked about the fact that we really should, get out there as frequently as possible, just because, when you have a YouTube channel, it really is a huge benefit to the channel to be out there. So probably try to get out there in some form again. I don't know what, we rode last year, I rode all the way there. I rode all the way back. I got that badge. I'm not worried about that now. To me now, most important part of that is just getting there. However it is that I have to, whatever I got to do. If I got to fly and rent a bike, if I got a trailer to get there quicker because I don't have enough days off to take 2 weeks, I'm going to do whatever I can to get there. And I don't really care what anybody says about that. It's just, I just need to be there. So I don't know. I don't know yet for next year, but I certainly would like to.
Yeah, absolutely. It is one of those things where, just get out there. It doesn't matter how you get out there. Just get out there. The nobody ultimately cares how you get out there. Just show up. You flew in, you're like, hey, I have an opportunity, and you went out there, thank goodness, because it was a great time. But you had an opportunity to get out there. It's like, hey, I'm jumping on a plane. I would do that exact same thing, and I think most people would agree.
Yeah.
Just get out there, however way you can get out there, because it is a different experience. I'd be curious in the side chat, has anybody not been to Sturgis and is planning on it besides, some of the first timer questions? What's some other first timer stuff? If you're going to be riding, you'll probably have all your gear, but don't. This year we did not need rain gear. The weather was ridiculous this year than in past years. That was crazy. Other than one lightning storm that really came and went before you could say cat in the hat. Even during that, I never broke out my rain gear this year, which was crazy because I felt last year it was like every other day.
I didn't take any, so I'm glad it didn't rain.
Oh, I'm sure you could have thrown Professional Monkey's wife's gear on, and it would have been great.
Yeah, I'm sure that would have been great.
Now, you kind of called me out, though. You kind of called me out on the video that you created about that maybe I have some incriminating photos, and I'm like, why would he even say that? I was going to keep that to myself.
Listen, I'm trying to head it off at the pass.
I told you
I need to soften the blow.
I told you I was not going to do anything with it, but then all of a sudden everybody's hitting me up what do you have on DeBeard? So
it's
maybe
not nearly as exciting as any of you think. I'll tell you that right now.
If you know DeBeard, it's pretty exciting. I'm gonna be honest with you. So
that's funny.
I think we have to show him.
You could show him. Listen, my options were limited. I don't really care.
All right. So this is the only time this is going to happen, folks. It's not going to go on social media. It's not going. Well, I guess this would be social media, but it's not going to be posted and edited the way that I wanted it to. And I'm just going to show you on my phone to show you that I'm not going to upload this. But here is DeBeard. Let me see if I can get pull focus here. Let's figure that out. So here's the story. What he's drinking there is a Michelob Ultra. And I had to give him some crap for this because he is the beer kind of connoisseur. We drink beers. I trust his judgment. And he orders a Michelob Ultra. I'm like, oh boy. He gives me some crap for drinking Bud Lights. And then he's like, dude, you're drinking Bud Light? She's like, hey, sweetie, what do you want? And he's like, Michelob Ultra. And I was like, whoa. Well, then it steps up a little bit because there was some shirts laying around. They were picked up. DeBeard put them on a seat, and we were hanging out at One Eye Jack's for a little bit. And the ladies came out, I would say almost an hour, right?
Yeah.
An hour. So they were so grateful that we didn't steal their shirts that they then brought, they said, hey, we're buying you a beer. What do you want? So now he gets a choice of it.
Don't say anything. That was downstairs.
Which is what, a 10-foot walk? Like, come on now. We
We're
were
going to make the lady go downstairs.
So he then gets the option to order any beer because they were so grateful. And what does he order? A Michelob Ultra. And to me, I was like, this is crazy.
The bar upstairs had Bud Light, Coors Light, Michelob Ultra. It might have been one other crap beer. If I'm going to drink crap beer, I might as well watch my calories while I'm doing it.
Okay, I'm with you. I guess I might have missed something about the turnout. I heard, actually, I don't even know if they broke the 700,000, believe it or not. When I was looking up all the statistics, I didn't think they hit the 700,000. It might be a little bit less.
That's still a lot of people.
It was a lot of people. Don't get me wrong. It was good. I couldn't imagine so there was rumors of 1.5 million people but I think they thought that this whole COVID variant wasn't going to be a thing. So I know they didn't hit the 1.5 million. So
yeah, Moose. That's funny.
Oh boy, what'd I miss?
He said he blames Pro Monkey. He's got me hooked on cheerleader beer. Not quite. I
don't know. You were drinking, what is it, Coors Light from a straw?
Yeah, well, again, Coors Light or Bud Light. Bud Light gives me a headache, so
yeah,
those were the options. Well, we finally got to go in at least to the Knuckle Brewery and have a halfway decent beer.
Yeah, well, and we did. What was now? The funny thing was when you and I went into the Knuckle, and I have a photo of that. Let me see where it's at. We went into the Knuckle, and you saw two different options, but the same name. Can you educate us on that?
Oh man, well, I thought it was weird because they had two beers on their menu that had the exact same. I don't remember what it was. They had the exact same name. One was an IPA, and one was like a porter or a stout, which I just thought it was weird that they gave them the same name. So that was probably the freaking best beer I had all weekend, and it wasn't great. Last year we got out to Firehouse Brewing. Is that what it's called? You guys in the chat, if you've been out there, I forget what road it's on. It's not in Sturgis. It's out on one of the rides. It was I think it's Firehouse. I think it's just outside of Hill City, maybe. But they had really good beer. But we didn't get out. I didn't get out there this year.
Yeah. So RL Photography. He was saying he's a local, lives 10 minutes from Sturgis. Loved that young boy selling the lemonade. He made out pretty well and became famous. No, absolutely. That was all over social media. We covered it in one of our videos as well. And Wyatt selling his lemonade. I don't know if you had a chance to get out there or not.
I didn't.
But it was really, really cool to see this young man just doing a lemonade stand and handing out free lemonade. And according to the wife, talking with family members, like they have a thing where he's got to put so much in savings. He, I think, gets to spend a little bit of it, and then he donates the rest to a charity of his choice. So
that's cool.
I thought that was awesome. Mr. Flint, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I'm going to see if I can just get caught up so I don't miss anything. If I missed you guys, I promised you that I was going to get to all of them. This thing jumped around so much. I know I always have it. It's just another excuse, to be honest with you.
So Blacktop said that they bring $200 to $300 each in cash, and then they put their gas, and apparently they have a lot of emails that they put on the card. I don't know what that means. but you can't really go by that because those two eat like birds. So if you like to eat food, you probably spend more than them.
Yeah, well, we were eating. I think both times you saw me, we ate some barbecue and burgers. They were not low fat, low carb by any stretch of the imagination. So
some amazing wings.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I forgot. How did I forget? We got to talk about these wings.
This story is just bizarre. I don't even know how to explain that.
Well, let me answer some of these questions. We'll get back to the wings in just a second. But Alexander, kid friendly during the day? Absolutely. I would tell you right now, it is kid friendly. Ironically, 13 months ago, if you would have told me that, I had no idea. We even made jokes about it while driving out a year ago. Like, why would anybody bring a kid out to Sturgis? It really is, kid friendly to an extent. You know, you can, if you're saying kid friendly, like you're going to walk around Main Street, you, depending on how old the child is, you might see things you don't want to. But I mean, there's other areas in Sturgis riding through the Black Hills that you could do with a younger child, 100%. Now, if you're at one of the campgrounds like Glencoe or Buffalo Chip, probably not so much is what I would say.
Yeah, definitely.
Bug says bucket list for the next year for sure. Thanks for taking us along. You're quite welcome. Let me see. So Nicole says we brought 2,000 this year and spent it all. So that's the other thing that you can do. You have to realize, oh, we got a super chat. Lazar, thank you very much. Super sticker. Appreciate you. So $2,000, they spent it all. Yep. I can see it's really easy to do. Ironically, just buying t-shirts for me, like I'm wearing one right now, because that's kind of how I update my wardrobe for the year. I just can't walk by a t-shirt stand and not buy a t-shirt. I don't know what it is. It's a sickness. They should make a meeting for it. Let's see. Clear felt safe. Yeah, I felt fine walking around by myself. I don't know about you. What do you think?
I usually do.
Yeah. I mean, you're a big, scary looking dude, so I think that you'd be fine. But what else do we got? So we have to talk. I still can't see where Blacktop Devil said that they each brought.
It was up further. What's up, 99? Are you grad? What's happening? He was up a little further.
My name is Marty. I'm Cuban American, and for me, Sturgis is one of the most important events. Reflecting on what I was about. Am I right? You tell me. I would say it's probably. I mean, that it felt like American to me. I mean, that's where I felt like I was around all Americans that day. I mean, everybody really has U.S. pride. I would say probably more U.S. pride than maybe even some of the people that participated in our Olympics. But it is definitely, it's American pride out there. If that's what you're looking for, that's where you're going to find it.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a good representation of America and freedom and all that stuff. So yeah, definitely agree with that.
Yeah, I had a, if you're looking for some American flag shirts and all that kind of stuff, they're everywhere
for sure.
So I mean, and then here's the whole thing. Like, I hung out with this guy for just a couple days. This thing grew in after like the first hour that I shook his hand. So DeBeard's beard is contagious.
That's funny.
So let's talk about the HD Ozarks. Appreciate you, buddy.
Nice. Yeah, Austin's right though. That's why, I mean, last year we took a bunch of our own beer with us to have at the house because we kind of had a feeling there wasn't going to. People had said they didn't really have great beer available to buy, in town and stuff like that. So yeah.
So yeah, very easy to spend money there if you want to. Oh, the wife just corrected me. So Gil was referring to her walking around. Okay, so let me ask the wife, what is it? Did you feel comfortable walking around? Yep, there it is. Yeah, my bad. It's the big waves kicking in. That's why I'm curious where this is going to go. This might derail any second. Because I do want to talk to you about other people that you might have met.
Who'd we meet?
I don't know. Who'd you meet? You tell us.
I don't think I met a ton. I didn't get to see anybody from that World Record Poker Run, which was kind of disappointing. I was hoping to bump into some of those guys. They were just always somewhere different, I guess. I met Adam, which was exciting. I got to, obviously hang out with Pro Monkey. I got to meet El Buffalo. Got to meet you. Man, I think that's it as far as YouTubers go. I don't think I'm missing anybody.
Yeah, I almost thought that everybody would have kind of been there at that. I mean, Kid Rock's such a big name, so it's just one of those things where it was an investment. Like, we had to spend $100 each just to get into the event, and you look at alcohol throughout the night. I mean, that was a $400 day for me, easy.
Yeah.
like easy. That was just, and not whatever we did before during that day. That was $400. So
that night, yeah.
Looking at it, I should probably reevaluate how much I actually spent. New Hampshire's in the house. Gang of Four, what's going on? Thank you for coming in. Yeah.
Some of these questions crack me up.
Dude, how are you seeing these and I'm not? Which one are you talking about?
One of the most recent ones.
This one?
Yeah, that one. Did you get to meet him?
Wow. I'm going to have to crack.
I didn't bump into him. Not even sure who she's talking about.
Yeah, right. Well, that's just wrong because I know you know. Yes. I met some other YouTubers out there. Like I said, I guess I'll leave it as most of them are fantastic. That's where I'm at with this.
It's a good answer.
Most of them are fantastic.
Yep.
And that's all we can go. Don't want to get political, but that's pretty funny.
That was a good one.
Hey, Ron, we appreciate you following along. Thank you so much.
On Sturgis.
Hey, Okie Dale said he was at that. So every single night. So tell us now, DeBeard, there was an incident where you're like, hey, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to find my trailer.
Oh, yeah. That was Monday when I went out I rode all day with, you were there, and with Pro Monkey and his crew of folks, his dad and his friends. And then when we left dinner, you had split off, right, at Iron Mountain Road to go. Yep. You had some stuff to do. We finished Iron Mountain Road. We went to dinner at the Powder House, which was fantastic. And then they were going to head back. They weren't sure what they were doing for the night, but they were going to head back. And I wanted to get downtown because I wanted to do a live stream. So he was like, yeah, cool. Go ahead, take the bike. I said, after we ate, I told him, I said, if I go back to the RV and sit down in a chair, it's over for the night. I'm going to fall asleep because I was full and tired. So I said, I'm just going to head straight downtown and get a live stream in while I'm still awake. So I went down there, hung out. I think then I met back up with you, right?
Yep. Yeah, we went. What was the name of that bar? It's right across the street from Sturgis Harley Davidson.
Something dog, dirty dog.
Dirty dogs?
Dirty dogs, something like that.
The wife's usually really good at this. Maybe she'll comment in where that was. And Bonner. Yeah, the whole thing is let me just clarify. The answer is yes. Oh, the wife said dirty dogs. But I'll have to figure out a way to explain it. But yeah, so Dirty Dogs, we went down there, had some beers, cheaper beers. Like almost each block that you walk east, the beers get cheaper because if you have beer at One-Eyed Jack's, it's $8 for a Bud Light. Like you literally could walk to the gas station and buy 12 for $10.99, or have the experience of being there for that. I don't know. It was expensive. Like some of those bigger places, I get it. They're trying to make their money for the year. So if you're staying close by and you can walk, we had the ability to do that this year, which was nice because we could have a little pre-flight mission once I safely parked the bike and walk down to Main Street. Therefore, I'm only spending a little bit. Believe it or not, I didn't have one. Wait, the wife could probably correct me on this. I don't think I had any Jack this trip. Nope, I had shots of Jack.
I didn't have any Jack. So all that to say, I was downtown. I was hanging out with you. We hung out for a while, and then I had to go back to the RV. And I really didn't know where the RV was in the campground because when I went there before, Pro Monkey was driving us there, driving the golf cart there. I really wasn't paying attention too much. So I tried to text him to say, hey, how do I get to the RV I knew what gate we needed to go in on one of the back gates. But he didn't answer because they were already asleep. So I kind of went the way I thought it was, and I couldn't find it. And then I had to go up and down the aisles a couple of times, and I finally found it. It wasn't too bad, but it took me an extra 10 minutes to find it.
Yeah, no, and this is after the chicken wing incident. So let me get you caught up. So we're at the We're at the Dirty Dog Roadhouse. They're pretty much out of everything at this point, besides wings. Now I like spicy wings, hot wings, and what have you. So DeBeard goes ahead and orders some wings, but he orders the barbecue wings versus the buffalo hot wings. No joke. This is exactly you almost need to explain this better, because this waitress, God love her, because she had a great personality. She brings out these wings that are buffalo wings, and immediately he's like, those aren't barbecue, that's buffalo. And she looks him dead in the eye and she's like, well, I put the order in right, I don't know what happened, and walks away. You should have seen his face. You should have seen your wife's face.
He was like complete shock. I was like you said when we were there, are we being punked? Like, is Ashton Kutcher going to come out? Because and then when she came back, I had tried to go ahead and have a couple, and I don't. It doesn't kill me to eat hot, but these were pretty freaking hot, man. And I wasn't really enjoying them. I had to drink. I asked her for water. Took her a minute to bring over some waters, and then she said, "What did she say?" I said, "Well, so, what are the chances of actually getting some barbecue wings?" And she's like, "Well," she goes into a big long story about how half the people she worked with there quit that day, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, the kitchen staff walked out, this, that, and the next. She said, "I can bring you some milk."
Yeah. She does not offer him to exchange the wings at any point. She basically just said, "Suck it up, Buttercup, and don't bother me, because everybody's quit today, and I'm next on the list. So eat your damn wings." Is pretty much how I took it.
That's how I took it.
And we were both shocked. Like, all of us, even the wife too, were like looking at each other, going, "I don't think I've ever been to a restaurant where the waitress, unless you're like Dick's. Do you guys have a Dick's out there?"
No, we don't. But I've been to them. Dirty Dick's, yeah.
Yeah. So, that's where they're like literally there to give you a hard time. But this wasn't one of those situations. She was literally like, "I'm not replacing these. You eat your damn wings and don't complain about it."
She said she can bring me some barbecue sauce to put on them.
Yeah. So, then she offers, "I'll bring you some barbecue." She's saying this with a straight face. She's like, "I'll bring you some barbecue sauce to put on your buffalo wings."
The best part is this girl is like 22 years old. It was kind of like, I didn't want to give this girl a real hard time. I felt like I was talking to, like, she was like just a little older than my daughter. Like, I felt like she's a young girl. Like, I didn't want to really tear into her, but I'm like, is she serious? Like, she was dead serious. Like, I don't know what to tell you, dude. You're just going to have to eat them.
Yeah. No, that is crazy the way that went down. We were all looking at, and then I'm thinking, this guy's going to have a tore up stomach tomorrow. On a flight home. And how did that go?
It was fine.
Okay.
Well, then I did. She said, "Is there anything else I can get you?" And I said, "How about some barbecue wings? I'm going to order another order of wings. Can you barbecue, please?" And she's like, "Okay, I'll try."
And she was from Iowa, right? We were giving her a hard time and stuff like that. But she had a very unique person. She would do great at like a Dick's.
Yeah.
Like, she really would, because her personality, you didn't know if she was being serious or not. But when she didn't bring you or even apologize, she didn't even apologize. I don't think I heard it, and I'm sorry. It was just it was a crazy experience. So
when I ordered the second batch of barbecue wings, I told her, if they come out and they're hot wings, I'm not paying for any of this. I'm just leaving.
She's like, "Fine, I'm going to put it on his tab," and she points over at me, like, and she was serious, probably. Like,
she was too.
Next thing I know. But I do want to address Jim real quick. He's in Sydney, Australia. Sorry you couldn't make it, brother. I know you guys are going through a hard time right now over with COVID in Australia, but appreciate you following along with us. Hopefully that helped you out, got you motivated. We're less than a year away, if you want to look at it that way. Less than a year from Sturgis 22.
Yeah. Manny the Machine, what's up?
Manny the Machine's in the house, and happy birthday to Dan. Let's see. Hey, you're getting really good at catching up on my Fallout. So if you see another machine or a question, the machine that I missed, Dirty Dog Roadhouse, worst service ever. It was an experience. Like Nicole knows.
It was kind of it was like dinner and a show, though. It was kind of we were laughing,
but they were like, yeah, everybody walked out that day. I'm like, well, then the manager should know that he's got to fix some stuff. Like if you lose everybody, she's like, yeah, Mike. So here's the whole thing. When she delivers these wings, not going backwards, but he's complaining about it. She's like, well, everybody walked out and the cook is next. She was almost like, I don't care how bad this is. You freaking eat it because that's all we got.
That was it. She did. She said I can bring you some milk.
Yeah. You were asking for waters. The wife was saying the amount of waters you were trying to choke those down. So yeah, she
gave me the waters for free though.
Yeah, it was tap water that she refilled from the faucet. Yeah. So, and then we're like, hey, did you at least you can tell the difference between buffalo sauce and barbecue sauce. There's a distinct color difference. Yeah. She's like, well, I could smell it. And we're like, okay. It was interesting.
Yeah. She was a trip. How long did it take you to get home? Somebody asked.
So for us, we drove straight through to get there. We drove straight through to get back. I'll give the wife some credit. I think she covered more miles on the way out there, but I was editing and filming and trying to do stuff. I think I got her beat on the way back. I think I spent more time driving on the way back. So I think it evened it out. But it was the first time the wife ever towed anything, and she did a great job. So it was awesome. She really powered through. She was a trooper. Hey, that's the truth right here, Ron. Times have changed. Customer service is out the window. I almost feel like that is like the new norm for customer service. Is it used to be like the customer's always right, and even when that sucked, I worked retail back in the day, so I know. But it was still all about the customer. You wanted that customer to come back, right? So you wanted to make them happy. Now, you're always going to have those people that are asking for too much, and if you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. Yeah. But it used to be all about customer service. I think right now, nobody gives a crap whether you're excited about their service or not, and especially during the rally.
Yeah, definitely.
So what did you say? Oh, yeah. The night before, we did have a great meal and service the night before. I think that waitress is one of the ones that quit.
She must have.
Either that or maybe I set this whole thing up from Jump Street.
Maybe. But Austin knows how I am. And I was giving it back to her, but man, she was taking it, didn't care. She was not bothered by anything I had to say.
So hello from Minnesota. John enjoyed the live streams over there. We appreciate you following along with us and with Baggers and Brews. Yeah, it was one of those things that I didn't know. I've never seen anything like it. And she was so nonchalant as a 22-year-old. She might have a future, to be honest with you. Like, she might have a really good future when it comes to serving with that attitude. I thought it was a joke. I thought she was going to tap you on the shoulder and be like, I'm just kidding. I'm going to get your wings. But it never happened.
No.
Eat or starve. There you go, Goose. That's what it was. He did eat them. And he was like, oh, man, these are hot. These are hot.
Yeah, I couldn't eat them all. I ate maybe half, and it was too hot.
Bum Rush in the house. Hello. Shout out to Carlos if he's watching. That's right. So Carlos, let me get this information correct, because one of the coolest experiences, if I can share with you guys, and this is not even the big waves talking, and I think you can contest to this. Some of the comments that you get, sometimes they hit you right in the feels. You know what I'm talking about? Where you get a comment and you're just like, man, that hit home. There was a comment that I got, I'm going to get to it right now, that really hit me in the feels during the live streams, and it took me a minute. So my grandmother had suffered from Alzheimer's, and on my dad's side, my grandmother on my mom's side is currently suffering with Alzheimer's. And it's just one of those things. If anybody's ever dealt with it, it's kind of a tough deal. So there was a woman that commented, who's a caregiver for a gentleman who used to ride motorcycles. And she basically, and I'm trying to find her comment right now because I want to make sure I give Carlos some love if he's here, because Carlos followed along with us. He used to ride motorcycles. His wife just recently passed away. I think he was 92 years old, or he is 92 years old, and followed along. And it made him feel like he was riding down Main Street again. And like that, the way that it was explained was very well written. So I want to just make sure I get his hometown right. But you ever have those comments? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
It just hits you in the feels. You're just like, man, this is exactly why I love doing this.
Yep.
So I'm scrolling through. I'm trying to find it. I will get to it and I will revisit Carlos, but get it the way.
People in Australia have a boot on there.
Yeah, they really do. You guys, please hang in there. And let me tell you this. If there's anything for everybody that's in Australia, whether you're watching the replay or watching live, when everything is over, I think we should just all have a kick-ass party because you guys have been under a lot. And one of the things I was thinking about is if everybody's on lockdown, and it's like 55 days now, correct me if I'm wrong in the side chat, don't quote me on that, but it's close to that. If everybody's been on lockdown, but yet the signs and symptoms and you being contagious should only last for 10 to 14 days, shouldn't that virus not exist in there? Because they're not allowing travel. You can't go to Australia. So I feel really bad for them. They're really getting hit hard. And, look out for one another while you guys are out there. Reach out to your friends because that's got to be tough.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to grab another beer.
You're using the restroom. I beat you.
Watch how quick it is.
Okay. All right. I'll catch up on the side chat. Mandy the Machine is here. She's saying, "What's up, Weird?" He'll be right back. I'll tell him you say what's up. What else do I have? I'm trying to get better at not saying as much, so bear with me. Bikes, blues, and barbecues. Yeah, let's talk about that in the side chat so we can all get kind of caught up on who's all going to bikes, blues, and barbecues. We'll talk about that. She must have been from Des Moines. Okay. You know what? We should have called you out originally when we were talking about this because she was an interesting character. Barbecue cook-off. I think I probably missed something. This thing jumped around on me again.
1 miles both directions.
Yeah, so you had a couple people saying, "What's up?"
What's up?
Nicole. See, this thing, I don't know if you know what happens with StreamYard. Like all of a sudden you're like, hey, I'm right on cue with comments, and then boom, it goes down to the bottom. So
yeah,
that's what's going on here. So we get through the dinner incident and walking around. What was some of the craziest things you saw during Sturgis this year, walking on Main Street?
It wasn't. I mean, to me, the craziest thing I always see is the chicks that choose to get the body paint. I mean, that to me, for Main Street anyway, there wasn't a lot of crazy on Main Street. So it's a lot more tame on Main Street than I think people realize. I mean, there's so many cops, several on each end of every block, and then some walking around. That there's nothing crazy, I saw a guy in a pirate outfit, which is weird. The motorcycle with the massive antlers on it, that was a little weird, but
yeah, I got some good photos of him too. Like I can't wait to get the rest of that edit done. Yeah, that's an interesting bike for sure. Really cool to see. Actually, there was a lot of cool bikes to see.
There was a lot of nice bikes.
Can we talk about the music thing again? Like I don't get it. Like, except for there's people that like.
Oh, on the bikes?
Yeah. It's just those sound systems are amazing. I get it.
It's attention. You need attention.
But dang, it was getting to the point of obnoxious. But I did remember seeing a girl that thought that, I'm drunk and we're in Sturgis, we can do whatever we want. She asked if she could flash herself to a police officer. He's like, I swear if you do, I'm going to take you to jail, was his response. Like, so if you got your body paint on, they're going to let you go. And for the most part, I mean, they were being very, very lenient. They were staying at their post, and they were being respectful with everybody, letting them kind of do their thing. But just don't take the kindness for weakness is how I looked at it.
Yeah.
Because in no point, he had made no question about it. He was going to take her to jail.
Yeah.
So,
I think if you really want to see the crazy, you got to go to some of the certain campgrounds, like you said, Glencoe, and there's a little bit at the Chip. obviously if you want to see some skin, you got to go out to that, Topless Tuesday, I guess. But I mean, you're not going to see that stuff downtown. They're not letting people just do whatever they want.
Right. And let's, with you and I both decided not to go to Topless Tuesday out in Montana. And, I guess it's one of those things that's so crowded there. You're going to probably drop your bike. You have to park in like a field, and then you're not going to be able to see anything anyway. It's going to be hot. They pretty much talked me out of it. I think it was
Pro Monkey talked you out of it, right?
Yeah, he was kind of saying, he's like, hey, it's going to kind of suck. It'll be kind of a mess because people are going to be parked everywhere and you have to get there early. And it was okay because I got a chance to show you the different roads and we had fun.
Yeah, I didn't want to go out there for that. I mean, first of all, I didn't want to do that. The wife doesn't like that, so I wasn't going to do that. Plus, I want to get footage for the channel, and what's the point of getting footage out there? I can't use that.
Right, because they'll demonetize you.
Demonetized, and what's the point? Topless Tuesday is a huge waste of time. I mean, yeah, there's plenty of ladies walking around with their stuff painted, which is almost the same thing anyway. So,
yeah, that's the whole thing. I mean, if you're going to go all the way out there, chances are, and as the wife put it pretty eloquently, what you're going to see is not what you want to see.
That's the other kicker.
So, and hey, I'm all about everybody kind of expressing themselves, but just because you can get it on doesn't mean it fits. Just going to leave that there.
There you go.
But yeah, it was
goat. I did not see the woman walking her goat on Main Street. Did you?
I did not see a woman walking a goat.
That would have been interesting. I did see a man. Okay, craziest thing I saw, a man with boobs. And I'm not talking because he was fat. He had boobs done.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, and he was walking around in a bikini top. And everything about the dude said it's a dude. There was no question about it. But he had a fake set of cans.
Yeah, let's answer this one real quick. I didn't see that one, but let's answer Gail's question real quick. So I love it. To answer your question, so Gail says, honestly, please, the bikes out there are so big and pretty and pricey. What's the real feeling towards those who might show up on bikes that are not so much? Honestly, I probably have more respect for, and I say respect, like it's not more respect. I show respect for the people that are out there with those bikes that, whether they ride or trailer them, you got enough of these people to spend $50,000, $60,000 on their bikes and their sound systems. If people just kind of make it simple and they ride with whatever it is, could be a freaking Vespa for all I care. Just show up because everybody will welcome you. I saw Gixxer 750s out there. I'm pretty sure I saw a couple 500s out there that you would think they didn't belong, but as soon as you're on a bike, you're at Sturgis, nobody cares.
I think that's the beauty of it. And my wife and the Piney Princess and I were just watching some people's footage from down on Main Street earlier today, and we were talking about it. Said that's the beauty of it, is that there's everything from A to Z, man. When it comes to bikes, like there's everything. If you walk up and down Main Street for several of the days that you're there, you're going to see everything from the most basic bikes to Jap bikes, foreign bikes, American bikes, crotch rockets, people who with the 30-inch wheel and the crazy sound systems and the custom paint jobs, to just the regular old road glides, custom or special that's stock. So it's everything.
Yeah. So you and I talked about it, but let's let everybody else in on the conversation here. There's 250 of us here. So big wheel or fat wheel when it comes to the front of the bike?
For me, it's fat tire. It definitely looks better.
Yeah, if I had to choose, I'm not going to deal with any of the big wheel. It's just not, I guess, just not practical for me. But I'll do a big wheel. I think that can still look good. Or the fat tire, but like that big wheel, I'm wondering how they even get through the mountains. To be honest with you, it looks uncomfortable.
I can't imagine the turning on that thing.
The music out there, I mean, it is a little bit of everything. I mean, when you're talking about live concerts and things like that, I mean, obviously it's tailored more towards the rock country kind of vibe. But if you're talking about people that are rolling on bikes, I think I heard 50 Cent. I think I heard
some of the funniest we talked about like some of the music just did not match up with like the dude that was on it or the chick that was on it. It was just really funny.
Yeah, and it's just one. I get it. If you're going to be on the freeway, blast that music so you can hear it, have a good time. But there was all sorts of weird music going on out there that just didn't match up. And you're like, hey, okay, is what it is. But I'm just saying, just turn it down on Main Street.
Yeah.
Alexander said 2 men in kilts. I don't know. Big fan of Braveheart, so kilts. Maybe they were Scottish.
Hey, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no Hondas. There's Hondas.
There were Hondas. Yeah, I literally saw a lot of different bikes. So going back to that question, I think that my wife probably says it the best, or the wife says it the best. Sturgis is great because you come as you are. And I think that was the coolest conversation we had on the way home, was that it is just a different feel because you come as you are. Nobody cares what, just get there. Now you're going to have people that say, oh, if you didn't ride your bike, then you're not a real rider. You know what? Just walk away from that, because I don't ride my bike there. I think one day it'd be cool to do it, but if I did it once, who am I? I don't need to impress anybody. Like it's just to be there and get there and experience that. So just come as you are, and that's what makes Sturgis so awesome.
Yeah, I mean that argument. You can't really win that argument, so there's no point in having it. Like whatever.
No, it absolutely is, because everybody's like, hey, you're not a real rider unless you rode all the way out there. Don't get me wrong. I get the nostalgicness of it. Awesome if you rode out to Sturgis, depending on where you're from. If you live in Wyoming and you're going to brag to me that you rode to Sturgis, it's like, okay, you rode a couple 100 miles to get to Sturgis and you get your I rode mine patch. I get the nostalgicness of it, and I think it's great that people that do it, and it's an experience. I think once I've done it once, I don't think I would do it again. I don't know, because I got to try it first.
The thing that doesn't make sense to me in that whole, if you're not a real rider, if you didn't ride out there, is that, are those people not understanding that it's 9 times out of 10, it's not that the person can't handle riding out there from wherever they're coming from. It's that the time that it takes to do it. You know,
right.
Like if you're coming from further, Florida, like Pro Monkey, I mean, that takes days. And when you're on the bike, you have to stop. Whereas if you're in a vehicle with several people and your trailer, you can tag team that and drive around the clock and get there quicker. Not everybody has 2 and 3 weeks to take off to go to Sturgis.
100%. No, 100%. And so you do you, however you want to get there, just get there. Everybody will welcome you in with open arms. And to be quite honest with you, if somebody's going to give you a hard time and you think they're serious about giving you a hard time about how you got there, you probably don't want to hang out with them anyway.
Exactly.
It would just be the whole thing. So somebody just made a comment about George. Did George pop on here? He better not have.
Is he? I didn't see him.
Yeah. So if George is here,
it's what, 3:30 out there?
It'll be 3:30 in Hawaii. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see him. I see okay. Austin. Austin's been on here talking to everybody, but maybe he is. Well, he was.
Okay. Well, tell him to go enjoy the beach, man.
He said mahalo. Yeah, he must. You know what? The wife must have been in the bathroom or something. He snuck it in real quick.
I'm having a big wave for George. George is part of Baggers and Brews. If you guys don't know, you're probably living on a rock, but he's out on vacation right now, still joining us on this live stream. And once again, this place kicked me off of where I was showing which comment I'm on. Droops. All right. Let me know if
70 people are on right now, man. That's awesome.
Heck yeah. We're having a good time. Starting to feel it. I'm waiting. We're trying to debate right now on who's going to have to hit the head first. Me or Bert. He's doing really good, but I think
I didn't go. You can ask the wife. I didn't go. She was up there. She saw me. She's like, "You're going to go, aren't you?" I said, "No, I'm not going. I'm just getting the beer."
Integrity check. All right. So where do we leave off? We're talking about music. Coming as you are. And that's the important thing about going to Sturgis. Just get there. 2022, it doesn't matter what you show up on. It doesn't matter if you fly. It doesn't matter if you walk. Just get there.
Yeah, get there. Definitely. I just broke my... Someone said they just broke their seal. Alexander asked if handicap accessible.
Yes.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, no, there was a lot of handicap parking. There was even points where, you would think that you were going to get a spot, but it's handicap only. So It is handicap friendly. Uh-oh. What'd you say?
George snuck it in while the wife's getting a shower.
Nice.
I texted him yesterday. I said, hey, when you got a minute, I got to tell you something. I got to call you. I had some information to give him. He called. He's like, yeah, what's up? And I told him real quick. And then I heard her. She came along. She's like, is Bert making you work? He was like, I got to go. I got to go.
Yeah, I got to go. No. Hey, do I know the information that you shared with him?
Yeah, you do.
Okay. All right. Just checking.
Just passing on some info.
Gotcha.
So we were talking earlier about you were talking about the, riding on a lot of those roads, faster than you should be, and that you're supposed to be taking it in. So how about that video we saw while we were out there that you showed me?
Oh, yes. That. Queen Sits?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's a perfect thing. If you guys haven't already, it's gone all over social media, so you've seen it by now.
You've seen it.
So just to explain to everybody, especially the people that have not been there before, but Spearfish Canyon should be a place that you cannot wreck in, because you should be going 35 miles an hour and you should be enjoying yourself, and you should be now. And I get it. I'm just like everybody else. Like as soon as I hit some of those sweepers, I'm like, hey, I just want to roll on that throttle a little bit more. But if you watch Queen Sit's video where that person wipes out right in front of them to the point where it happens, and I think it was you that said it happens so fast, she doesn't even realize what happens until it's already bypassed her. When I say that she was close to being very seriously injured, if not worse, we're talking, can we call it a half a second later and she's in that accident?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, and good at it I'm glad everybody was safe, and apparently those riders were safe. But I was pretty ticked off at that rider that crashed in front of her, because they came in way too hot and showboating, and that's just not the place to do it.
You can really, if you slow it down, you can really see it. He was taking that corner way hot. He was gonna cross the center line, and there was a bike right there, so he was trying to do everything not to hit that bike. He laid it down so far that he lost his edge and he just wiped out. He was moving. That guy was moving for 35 miles an hour. That road, he was moving.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, it looked pretty bad. So Bum Rush said he's ridden 3 times now. He's 54. Last time too old, 3,100 mile trip. Yeah, it takes a lot out of you. We were talking about that.
It is a lot. It's a lot.
Rick, hopefully you enjoyed that world record poker run. That looked like a fun event. I know that Ozarks HG Riders was there. Sinister Clutch was there. A lot of other people that joined in on that. It looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah, congrats to all those guys. I know you don't have the official world, what do you call it? Guinness World Record stamp of approval yet or whatever, but just congrats to you guys for doing that, man. That was to do all those extra miles just to get to Sturgis. And then I know most of you were still at Sturgis riding, for multiple days after that, and then had to ride all the way back home. Congrats to you guys. That was a heck of a journey, and it's pretty cool. Yeah,
and HD AV Traveler. I'm totally okay with that. Like all in good fun. Yeah, I mean, I trailer my bike, and I expect a little bit of trash talk, and that's fine. I still put 1,300 miles on my motorcycle while at Sturgis this year. So actually, it was a little less than that. I think it was 1,200. So
it's still pretty good, though.
Still good. And I got a chance to be in Sturgis longer. See, in a vehicle, I can drive straight through. The wife and I took turns, 6-hour shifts roughly, and then we get to be in Sturgis and just do the riding. But if I rode all the way to Sturgis, I would feel, now you've done it, right? You guys rode already. So I would feel once I got there, I'd be like, man, I don't want to ride anymore. My ass needs a break. No pun intended.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't feel that way. But I could totally understand it. I mean, that was my wife's take. She's like, listen, I want to be fresh and ready to roll when we get out there. Like, I don't need to ride all the way there just to prove a point. I just want to, once I get there, I want to be doing the riding and feel good. So I totally get that. I mean, listen, everybody's different. You do what you want to do. Like, I wanted to do it. It didn't, I didn't feel like I needed a break literally until the last day when we rolled into the house. I was like, I don't want to ride for a couple of days. At that point, I was pooped all the way out, all the way back, plus all the riding there. I mean, it was enough. But just to ride out, I still was ready to go to ride out there. So we did a lot of riding. So.
No, and I get it. That's something that'll probably stay with you forever. Like, it's nostalgic. I want to do it one day. Don't get me wrong. But I get a chance to get a little bit more done. Brenton Mitchell just said, I ended up riding 3,200 miles round trip from Texas, and he loved it. Thank God I was capable. I had no issues with trailer bikes, and that's fine. And it is one of those things where you just you can throw it. I'm okay with people being like, oh, you trailered. But there are some people that take it so serious that try to say you're not a true motorcyclist or whatever they want to say. Okay, just come as you are. That's all it is. Just get to Sturgis. That's all that matters.
Absolutely. The Badgers are on. So I think Sonny's on. So we were just talking about that world record poker run. So
we were.
When Sonny, do you have a clue as to when you'll know if you guys actually, are going to officially set that record? If you're in a side still, it'd be interesting to know. I don't know if you've been in contact with the Guinness people or not. Just curious.
Yeah. Hey, Full Throttle Junkie, thank you very much. I appreciate you. Appreciate that. This thing jumped around on me. So yeah, I really want to know about that world record. That seemed like such a cool event. I would have loved to have been involved in that. Manny the Machine though says we had one hell of a ride out. World record poker run, had to run 5,000 miles, and we pulled in, had a beautiful ride. Our route was out together by at De Beard and Blacktop Devil. That was awesome. I mean, just talking with HD Ozarks or Ozarks HD riders and Sinister Clutch, I guess they did have a couple accidents, a couple things that went.
Yeah, there was about 3 accidents.
Toby Northern. Yes. I would love to hear it. So hopefully I'm going to get caught up on these real quick so we can get down to the bottom.
Toby Northern said riding in Colorado at night can eat a bag of beep. I believe that. So just to, full transparency, Blacktop definitely gets most of that credit. I helped him get you guys to Amarillo, but once we got to that point, I don't really know Colorado at all, and Blacktop rides out there a lot, being in Nebraska. So from Amarillo, the rest of the way was pretty much all Blacktop. So he gets the credit for that, and the work he did to get you guys rerouted and whatnot along the way when there was issues. That was pretty awesome of him to continue helping even after the fact.
Yeah, no, it just seemed like a cool event. I'm excited to see all the videos that come out from this. I know they're starting to get released already, but just kind of live vicariously through them and experiencing that poker run must have been a great trip.
So Sonny answered the question. He said by the time they turn in the data and then go back and forth with them, he thinks it'll probably be about 6 months, but hopefully sooner.
Okay, and that's before they can get certified with it then, right?
Yeah, and it's officially stamped as a record.
I would be curious to know, do we know what the previous record was?
The story goes there really wasn't one, because there was an older one that Guinness was no longer recognizing. So they weren't actually breaking the record, they were setting the record.
Okay.
And then there was just a couple, there was a few requirements. They had to have 7 people at least, and I forget if they gave them a mileage or not, but it really wasn't going to matter because there was nothing to compare it to. As long as they accomplish it and they have all the proof that they need, then they'll have the record.
Nice. All right. So then pretty much it's a thing. They're gonna set the world record. They will be world record holders, right? And a part of that, which was awesome. Yep. Yeah, good to see. I can't wait to see some of these videos that come out. It just seems like a great trip. I am almost getting caught up. I don't know. It keeps jumping around on me. This one says 5,096 miles, 3,160 in a truck with trailer and 1936 on the bike. That's a trip right there. So you did both. Yeah. Exactly. That's pretty accurate. Dude, I almost see your uncomfortableness that you want to go use the restroom, but you can't.
Me?
Yeah.
I'm good, bro.
Yeah.
But you got to go, so I'll hold down the fort while you go if you need to.
All right.
Alexander wants to know if you've been to Mardi Gras.
So I have not been to the actual event of Mardi Gras, but I have been on Bourbon Street during a busy time. So it'd be something I'd be willing to do. What about you?
I have not. I have been on Bourbon Street on a very not so busy time at like the middle of the day on a, I don't even know, middle weekday. I happened to be in Gulfport, Mississippi for work. And I took one day and I had my rental car and I said, I'm going to drive. I want to go down to Louisiana and go to Bourbon Street. And I did. And it was very uneventful because it's not very fun when there's not partying going on. So, and you're by yourself. So yeah, I've been there, but I need to get back when it's actually a time to go.
So I went in May. It was for my birthday. The wife took me on a cruise, and we stayed out. I mean, Bourbon Street was fantastic. The food, unbelievable. It's something that I would probably do during Mardi Gras, but it was busy in that time in May. That, man, Mardi Gras just must be. You can't walk or do anything.
Yeah. Mr. Stevie, what's up? Congrats on the ride. What the F? What the effing, Stevie Fo? Mr. Stevie rode all over the country in a very awesome hat that looked a lot like this one, which was kind of cool.
So, yeah, let's talk about real quick, what's next. We're probably going to do this for about 20 more minutes, but what's next for you guys? So
for this year, what we got next is middle of September, we are going to Ocean City Bike Week in Ocean City, Maryland. That's like a 4 or 5 day rally. I think it used to be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I think they've upped it to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. But me and the wife and George and his wife are going down on Friday just because of time off. We want to take the extra Thursday. Austin and one of our other friends, John, who's on a lot of our videos, are going down on Thursday. And then we're all meeting up. I will also see Bronco ride there. And I mean, I've had a ton of subscribers saying that they were going to go and wanted to come see us. So we will figure something out for a meet and greet down there. I'm not sure what yet, but we're going to start working on that when George gets back. And then in mid-October, we got Biketoberfest in Daytona that we're going to, that we're riding down to. And that'll be the 6 of us, so me, George, and Austin, and the ladies going down to that for pretty much a week. So that's it for this year. And then we'll start figuring out next year's plans.
Nice. I know it's so crazy if you look at it. I mean, we're in August. We're mid-August, getting ready to go into September already. Just it's flying by.
Yeah, I'm just Daytona's going to be cool because there's a lot of. I mean, we're going to see Pro Monkey down there. The Badgers just said they're going to go. I know Geared Raven said she's going to come out there. Wind Road Therapy said she's going to come out there. Just a lot of the YouTubers that we know are going to be going. So it'll be a good chance to see all those guys.
Wow, this Bob's pretty excited about our conversation here.
What? So we keep looking at what?
I guess we just keep looking dumber. Well, it's probably the alcohol talking there, Bob.
Huh.
Probably fine.
Thanks, Bob.
Appreciate you, Bob. All of a sudden, I have an entire scene of Office Space just rolled through my head too. But that's fine. To beat our record has to beat our distance and number of bikes. That's pretty rad too, because they did it right. I mean, that was a lot of work. I mean, everybody, even you guys were involved. I mean, there were so many people involved. So good for you guys. That's awesome.
That was a heck of an undertaking by Sonny and Angie. I wouldn't have never did that. That was a lot of work. I think they literally worked on that for a year. From what I understand, from talking to Sonny, like they didn't do very much for their actual real business for a better part of a year because they were so focused on this. So it's pretty awesome.
Hey, DFL, don't drink that Kool-Aid there, brother. They said that last year too. So that's on you to do your own research. Hey, you do you. You sip your water, we'll drink our beer.
We know there's already 60 or so from the Obama party. So let's get the facts right.
I think that's 60 more than they've declared just yet. So Stevie Jersey. Okay, I'm not even going to entertain that dude anymore. Yeah, no, I mean, it's just one of those things where, to me, going to these different events and meeting everybody is kind of where it's at. Now, when is, you said Biketoberfest, do you know what's the dates for that?
Yeah, it's hold on, I'll give it to you in a second here. It is the 15th to the 19th of September.
15th. I'm at Toby's comment.
Yeah, 15th to the 19th. So technically, it opens up that Wednesday. And like I said, Austin and my buddy John are going down on Thursday, and then we'll meet up with them on Friday. We'll be there for most of Friday, all of Saturday. We'll head home sometime Sunday. I love Ocean City, guys. If you haven't been, Ocean City any time of the year is a really cool town. But if you go during the rally, man, it's just a lot of fun. And they're one of the rallies to me that's comparable to Sturgis in the area of like concerts. They get a really good lineup of concerts. I think Kid Rock is playing there this year. So
yeah, I think I saw that too.
Yeah.
So Randy, I gotta give a shout out to Randy for the super chat. He was asking about what accident closed Needles. Now that was a crazy thing. So we went down through Iron Mountain, stopped at the store, the Spokane store, and they came in. They're like, "Hey, Needles Highway is completely shut down. It's got to be pretty bad." And I'm not sure the results. We did some research. If anybody has anything on the side chat, it'd be great to know. But I know they completely shut down Needles Highway. I think that was on Thursday. So that was interesting. But yeah, you have people saying they can't wait for Biketoberfest.
So this is our buddy, 99 RU grad I went to high school with. He went to Sturgis with us last year, and he is going to fly in to Daytona to hang out with us for Biketoberfest. So I'm looking forward to that.
Nice. And that's October 14th through the 17th.
Yep.
Yeah, I wish I'd be able to make it out for that. So as of right now, it looks like I'm going to do everything in my power. I think I'm going to be going out to the Bring It Home party at K River Campground. I'm going to ride.
Cool.
I'm going to actually do a bun burner getting out there. So from my front door, it's 1,504 miles from my front door to the K River Campground. So if I can pull that off, do a bun burner, maybe a moto camping in between for my little bit of a break, and try to document and film that. So
nice.
That's where hopefully I'm going to be out. I just don't know. I don't think I can pull off that and Biketoberfest.
No, that's a lot. Brenton Mitchell, is that serious?
What is it? Shortly after happened, I believe the older gentleman hit him out and go, really?
That's wild.
That would be wild. I mean, we've seen him. I've seen him on Spearfish. So we saw him last year. It's covered last year.
Huh. Frank says he thought he saw it was a car accident on Needles, fatal. I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't even hear about it.
Yeah, I didn't see, and I just pulled the numbers up. I didn't see anything on the fatal on a fatal crash on Needles. I thought I literally just pulled it up. I can probably bring out the Southern Dakota. They had like a whole Department of Transportation list on everything they had. So I know that accidents were down and tickets were up. So they were out there trying to enforce as much as possible. He says, "Are you guys going to meet a great
I think so. We don't have any specifics on it yet, but I think we'll have something set up by then." Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, he says he's serious, man. It was a mountain goat. That's that is intense.
That's great.
So we had, when you and I rode through Custer, we only had the buffalo on the side of the road. You didn't get stuck in it with us like the first time, right? Or was that were you with us during that?
No, this year I didn't get stuck in it. Last year we definitely got stuck in it. I had one right like 2-3 feet from me, but this year they were just on the side of the road.
That's intimidating.
Yeah, they're big, man.
I'm not joking. Like it's one of those things where I don't even try to make eye contact with them because I'm like, oh man, they're going to take me out.
Yeah.
And I would never even think to try to pet one, except for the animatronic one that comes in.
The animatronics, yeah.
If you guys have all been out to Sturgis before and done Needles, there is that one buffalo before you even go to the park. That's on the. I guess if you're coming, which way would you be going in that? He's over this little pasture area. I'm convinced It's just a single buffalo. That is a Disney created animatronic buffalo because it's there every year. And if you know what I'm talking about, you guys can comment in the side chat, but I'm pretty sure.
That's funny. Stevie Post says he's sitting with the Badgers right now, and they're deciding what's next year's thing. They said it'll be epic, a poker run around the world.
Oh, damn.
I think he's kidding, but I'm not sure. Never know. So, I mean, that's something Sonny would come up with, so I definitely wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Nebraska
that would
born,
be crazy.
huh? Hey.
Update. Tolerances with family. There has been identified times. Now, is that? Did I miss something? Is that literally the one that from Needles Highway? I don't know. Saul, thank you very much. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Thanks, Saul. Yeah.
Absolutely. Good night, Saul. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, that's crazy because I was looking at the TOT. I didn't see anything on Needles Highway. I was trying to look that up before the stream started.
Bison burgers are good, huh? Yeah.
Bison burgers are good, but then you have to think, you're like, okay, it's kind of like eating shark. I'm in San Diego, so I don't eat shark because I don't want that karma. So
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, see, Toby Northern's it's an animatronic buffalo. That one I think we should all go pet one day because that's ridiculous. That thing never moves. It's in the same spot every year. Motorcycles occurred eastbound I-40 east of Water Road. Yeah.
So anybody in the side chat, if you're going to be in Ocean City for Bike Week, man, and you want to meet up with us, like shoot us a DM on Instagram or something like that. Let us know you're going to be there, and we'll make sure everybody knows where we're going to be doing a meet and greet. We're definitely going to do something. We've talked about a couple things. We're going to narrow it down and get something firm here in the next couple weeks. But hit us up. We'd love to meet up with all you guys and just say hi to everybody.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't think I'll be able to swing it. Who knows? You know me. I'm kind of spontaneous. I can try
just
to
remember, like I told you, Ocean City, you really don't need a bike.
That's what you said. So I could fly in and all of a sudden
you can actually get the bus pass that'll take you up and down the strip to wherever you need to go.
Just come in on a bus pass. That's what he's
on a bus pass. It's all like Ocean City is not like Sturgis when it comes to riding. It can compete with concerts and bars, but they don't have the riding down there in Maryland that they have in the Black Hills. So you really don't need to bike, man. Just come and hang out and people watch. Get video.
We'll see.
Just saying.
Yeah. Well, I mean, who knows? Who knows what could possibly happen? It'd be great just because just meeting everybody. I know there's going to be a lot of people from the East Coast over there. That would be awesome to catch up with for sure. Just like meet in person.
Yeah. Cycle Fanatics will be there.
Nice. It says, put your helmet on and ride the bus. Look at her.
I would. The drunk bus late at night over there is a lot of fun. We've got some blooper footage of that. It's good stuff. My back seat is not. Well, yeah, we'll be open, and so will the Piney Princesses. So there you go.
Hey, welcome. You don't need to be a biker to be here. Just come and hang out.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just carry my helmet with my vest on the bus. Nobody will know except for everybody that's on the bus. And I'll just be like, yeah, bike.
My bike got towed, man, because I parked in the wrong spot.
Hog broke down about a mile back.
That's funny.
Yeah. No, so we'll that'd be a good event. If not this year, maybe next year, I'll make it a point to get out there. Like you said, it's not something I need a bike for. So
the life buffering, huh?
That's interesting.
I think UCM Pigs might be. He lives down in that area. Rode the bus to bike fest. Yeah, that's a good shirt, man. I might make one.
That is a great shirt. We got to make that happen. Okay, fun. Brent Mitchell, 385 mile marker 30. See a Deadwood.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, that's no joke. That is no joke. Okay, so he's saying sorry. He thought it was Needles Highway, so it did happen. It just didn't happen on Needles.
Okay.
So it says I missed where Antifa showed up to Sturgis. They They didn't. I can. There was, if they did, it was one person, and I didn't see it.
Yeah.
And the incident that is on the live stream had nothing to do with Antifa, so didn't see him. If it selfishly, I think I would have probably labeled my live stream if I found out that it was Antifa, because that probably would have increased the views. But I wasn't going to throw up, Antifa being there if I didn't have confirmation on that. So
I might just put that on my next video, just on my thumbnail.
Hey,
you could be in San Diego during October or during
then maybe we should get together and we'll do a live stream and talk about them. Let me know. Keep in touch. Hit me up.
That's funny.
Let's see. We've got a question. The beard ball cap.
I will shoot you info on that.
Dude, how crazy would that be if everybody started wearing the beard ball caps?
I'll shoot you the info on that, Toby. As a matter of fact, Toby, yeah, we'll talk, Toby.
I want that shirt.
It's not on our website. It's a custom site that I get them from, so anybody could get it. You just gotta know what the site is.
Okay, so let me ask you this. I think it's pretty much. Can I just call them out here? If you have social media, that hat site is probably popped up 1,000 times.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So
yeah, you can get that or whatever you want.
Yeah, it could have been Paul. We don't know. I don't know for sure.
Got me.
No arrests. Yep, that's what we heard too. It says, what I know, Antifa was not there this year. There were protesters last year. Antifa ain't got. That's probably
protesters last year was like 5 people. It wasn't even legit.
And can we be honest with the MCs that were out there? I would have just sat on the corner with some popcorn and hit record and brought you guys some pretty entertaining stuff, because I don't think anybody would even think about it. Yeah, because last year, even when you saw the clickbaity videos of like Antifa showed up, it really wasn't that big of a deal. And some of the, probably locals and, other people out there, I don't think they would allow that to happen. They were definitely, I wasn't worried about Sturgis getting burnt down. I can tell you that much right now.
No.
What else? Oh, geez, Slapfest. So yeah, right now we are
Slapfest.
Yeah, we're going to be approaching 2 hours.
Heck yeah.
And that's probably the longest sit down live stream that I've had on my channel. Speaking of live streams, I mean, hopefully you guys had a chance to join it. I don't know what you guys thought. It got really good reception. Did you guys see the live stream on the bike? That's something that I'm going to continue to do through every single event. I think I've got it down to a science. I've got the audio kind of fixed even more, and we're just going to travel around and kind of see. I might even do some stuff here locally in San Diego where I just take you guys live down to the beach and things like that. So if that's something you guys are interested in, let me know in the side chat, because I will definitely continue to do that. Mandy, the machine. Let's see, we need to sit around the breakfast table again with everyone wearing a De Beer ball cap. I don't know what that means. That's got to be an inside thing.
Let's go. Let's do it.
I didn't.
What?
One guy attempt to kick someone's bike. Yeah, I would imagine. I can tell you right now that don't do that. I know there's people in here that probably ride. Don't ride, but don't do that. That's
a real bad idea.
That is a very, very bad idea. Only person against sex before marriage. Oh, me. He looked lonely. Okay, not sure what I missed there.
Phone mic work best.
Hey. Well, hey, if you're going to be in San Diego, hit me up. Send me a DM right now on Instagram, so that when you're here, if you want to get together, we can do that. No, headphones sounds better. Yeah, John, we got rid of that. I actually, since then, am bringing a new production value that should change the game so that it's crystal clear. I hope. I'm going to test it out before I actually go live, but we'll try it there. Ozarks Wind Therapy. Nice.
Yes, she did. Yeah, Des is awesome. She's a big supporter of the channel. She's good people.
Yeah, I would want to. Yeah, I'm surprised I didn't get. I didn't get one. I need to order some stuff.
I didn't even get a sticker, so I don't know what you're talking about.
I gave you 3 stickers.
No,
You were drunk.
Get out of here. Drunk off of Michelob Ultras?
No, this is at the Chip. And you were actually, I gave you 4 stickers to bring back to the boys. So check your pockets.
Snap! I gotta look through my stuff.
Yeah, you were on a good. We had some Jack though, so it was fine.
We didn't have any Jack.
Yes,
we had Crown.
We had Crown. Yeah, I apologize. We had Crown.
Couldn't get any Jack in that place.
Yeah, no, you could not get Jack at the Buffalo Chip. Don't get it. Don't understand it. But we had Crown. Speaking of kicking. Oh, there were some Kickstarts HDs. I did see them quite a bit. Even some, if you guys, did you see that whole Adam Sandoval thing where they did the following like some of those old bikes?
Yeah.
Okay, so we saw one of those on the last day through Spearfish Canyon. This dude was breaking down like literally if the wife's still on, she can tell you, maybe every mile. And he would literally repair the bike. I would like fly the drone and do stuff like that.
Sounds miserable.
Oh, but I mean, it was legit. The dude kept going. So
that sounds terrible.
But anyway, folks, that is going to conclude this live stream for tonight. I thank you guys for joining us. We kind of recapped with the beard. Bert, honestly, it was so awesome to get to meet you in person and hang. Go ahead and close us out with any final thoughts to everybody in the side chat and things that are going on.
No, likewise, man. It was really good to meet you. I had a blast. I like you said, I felt like we hit it off right from the get-go. Look forward to doing it again sometime when we can make that happen. But it was a blast. It was that alone was worth the trip out there. But I just had a good time all around. I love your channel. Like we had you on early on because I thought your channel was awesome. And let's just do some more stuff, collab on some more stuff, and keep doing your thing, dude. I love it.
Yeah, same to you and the boys. Again, congrats on hitting that 5K mark. And I've always been a fan of you guys. I mean, who doesn't like bikes and beer, right? So you guys are awesome. And eventually we will get all the boys together. And when I make it out to the East Coast, we'll let everybody know. Like I would love to meet everybody, but yeah, it was just an awesome time. It literally felt like we'd been friends for many, many years and just hit it off. Same with Professional Monkey.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was awesome.
And tell the wife I said hi to. It was awesome meeting her, and she was a lot of fun to hang out with too, man. So I think she'd get along great with the Piney Princess too. So look forward to that.
Yeah, I'm almost scared. The Piney Princess and the wife get together, we might be in trouble, bro.
We probably would be in trouble.
But let's at least give them a camera and they can film it. So
yeah.
But yeah, thank you to everybody in the side chat that participated tonight. You guys kept it awesome. I couldn't even keep up. To be honest with you, the last sit down live that I had, I think I broke 35 people on at once. So kind of doing the live streams from the bike, kind of changed some things. And so she already put in here, and the wives. Yeah, we talked. We got you covered, girls. We got you covered. But thank you guys so much. Oh, Steve Bates is here. Do you want to say hi to Steve Bates? Thank you very much. Thank you for bringing me along for that ride, for that breakfast. That video posted today. You guys can check it out on YouTube. Steve, you can check out Baggers and Brews. He probably already follows you guys already. But yeah, guys, until next time, everybody, you all ride safe. You be safe. We'll catch you on the next one.
Later.